Hilu, 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 kun tuli vilu tuolla kynttilä valaki alla. Hilu, 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 kun tuli vilu tuolla kynttilä valaki alla. Vaikka heillä istu polvella keinustuolissa kammarin lattialla. Vaikka heillä istu polvella keinustuolissa kammarin lattialla. Tuli, 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 harma ja keki tuli mökkini päälle kukkuun. Tuli, 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 harma ja keki tuli mökkini päälle kukkuun. Ja silloin ne pojat kylälle lähti, kun nuoria vaari nukkuu. Ja silloin ne pojat kylälle lähti, kun nuoria vaari nukkuu. Thank you. Good afternoon. The previous song is one of the songs I have sung in Finland for elderly residents living in care homes. The song is a folk song familiar to residents from their own childhood and youth, and it usually evokes activation, enthusiasm, and joy in the listeners. Unspoken dementia patients have awakened from the power of music and started singing along, which has also pleased family members and medical staff. These are the experiences and situations where the essence of the power of music crystallizes. And for these reasons, we also need to develop music interventions that can be remotely carried out in care homes. My name is Uli Kontu-Korhonen. I work in the degree program in music at Turku University of Applied Sciences Arts Academy, where I teach early music ensembles and music for healthcare settings. I also work as a performing artist and specialize in performing medieval European music. I sing and play several medieval instruments, organetto, dulcimer, and symphony. And I have made several CDs and so on. In this picture, I work as a hospital musician in a neonatal intensive care unit. The pandemic, again, has changed our thinking so that there is an increasing need for remote art-based methods in hospital and care environments. Pleasure and joy can also be shared through online interventions, although remote contact is, of course, no substitute for the physical presence of a person and a connection that arises in a live encounter. However, by remote connections, we can enable the touch of music, thereby improving, among other things, the accessibility of art, even during human illness or isolation. In my speech, I present to you a pilot project linked to the ESF-funded MUSE project, in which I will implement a music service for care home using Zoom and Sonobus connections. I will tell you about the progress of my project, its meanings and objectives, what technical equipment was acquired, and how did they serve in the remotely implemented musical interventions, what kind of competence was needed, and what challenges arose. In this picture plays cellist Katja Kolehmainen from Turku Philharmonic Orchestra. She specialized in the duties of a hospital musician at Turku Arts Academy in 2018. Before I started planning the content and technical implementation of a music intervention with remote connections, I explored the wishes, opportunities, and needs for music interventions in the care home. I implemented the design in good, confidential cooperation with the medical staff. This is important because it must be clear to everyone what we are doing and why. The manifold relevance of music is well known in care homes, and the wide-ranging health effects of music have also been verified through many researches. The loneliness experienced by older people, lack of social contacts, or lack of activity has been further accentuated during the pandemic. This might even be a health hazard. The musician's mission is to bring to the multidisciplinary community their own competence and serve with music. Access to cultural services is a fundamental right of people, part of a decent life. And it should not be forgotten that art has not only beneficial value, but also its intrinsic value. However, these needs are not mutually exclusive. My nose is running. Yeah, actually. I'm so moved. Our goal was to organize music interventions remotely in the care home to invest in sound quality and good encounters between clients and musician. The aim was to enable music making together at the same time, namely so-called low-threshold inclusion via remote connections. Engaging the resident or patient in making music and striving for good interaction are important ways of working in the care home. In these music interventions, the image was transmitted via Zoom and the sound was passed through Sonobus. The most essential technical matter was getting the fastest possible network connection. The musician, me, worked on our project, thank you, at Turku Arts Academy, and the care home was located about 4 kilometers from there. Through wireless Wi-Fi connections, we couldn't get a small enough delay that singing together would have been pleasant. My internet connection was greatly improved when I connected my computer with an Ethernet cable directly to the network. The delay was clearly reduced, although the internet in the care home was still running via wireless network access. My ping was at best 2 milliseconds, enabling singing together with the care home needs in mind. In the care home, ping was at best between 4 to 6 milliseconds via the care home's wireless network. We carried out 2 types of musical interventions. For a small group of residents, 3 residents and a nurse, and for a single room, 1 resident, relative and nurse. In the Sonobus app, everyone has to wear corded headphones. Speakers cannot be used due to sound rotation, and wireless headphones also increases latency. Since we were implementing a so-called low-threshold remote music service for more than 1 listener, we had to purchase more technical equipment. Our goal was to acquire easy-to-use, inexpensive, and easy-to-move devices for the care home and musicians. We bought a sound card and a headphone amplifier and headphone splitter for both musicians and care homes. When choosing a headphone, we took into account elderly residents. We choose comfortable, open or semi-open headphones that cover the ear. We aim to make sure that the headphones do not completely isolate the environment so that the instructions of the nursing staff are heard through the headphones if necessary. We chose headphones that are powerful enough even with small headphone amplifier power. The headphones of all listeners were connected to the same headphone amplifier with listener-specific volume controls. If necessary, we could also use long 3 or 5 meter headphone wires to give listeners distance to each other if they wanted. The total price of the procurements was about 750 euros. In addition, a computer is required for the set, as well as a microphone cable and a stand, which were found in both rooms before. For musical interventions, a video projector was used in the care home to project the image onto the wall. This improved the implementation of interventions. I have written here the adjustments for Sonobus and Zoom, which we checked at the beginning of each online session. I use a Mac computer for music interventions, but the care home used a PC to which we had to download an audio stream input-output driver because we were using a sound card. At this point in the project, I remember wondering if this implementation was too complicated for the care home. Is it a low threshold implementation anymore? I had to learn many times how to use these devices before I learned to trust my expertise. Eventually, it took about 20 minutes to connect the devices. In the care home, it would be best to have the equipment permanently ready in its own state. I also started to wonder, what does a low threshold actually mean? Whose point of view is being thought of? Customer, listener, audience, or service provider, musician? In social services, a low threshold may mean, for example, free of charge, or that the service is easily accessible by location. The low threshold definition is therefore very ambiguous. For these remote music interventions by Zoom and Sonobus, the low threshold meant, among other things, that the music intervention would take place in a care home near wards or in a resident's own room. During the coronavirus period, it is also considered an advantage that a musician from outside does not come to the location, but the connection takes place via the network. The presence and accessibility of live music, human encounters, interaction, and making music together are possible despite the pandemic. Multidisciplinary cooperation and trust between nursing staff and musicians are essential for music services in healthcare settings. I met with the responsible nursing staff members 2 times before the musical intervention started with residents. The purpose of these meetings was to communicate the principles of implementation as well as to hear carers' views on residents' needs and opportunities. We also discussed music, its wide range of meanings, not only for ourselves, but also for the elderly residents of the care home. The caregivers selected the residents involved in the interventions. We avoided involving people with advanced memory disease because we didn't yet have the experience of the possible confusion these technical devices and the use of headphones could perhaps cause in elderly listeners. I decided to start with the simple instrumentation, sing and 5-string kantele, pentatonic flute and sansula, a well-tuned kalimba. With this instrumentation, I was able to stand still within the reach of Zoom's camera. For musical content, I chose the songs I assumed familiar to the residents, in which listeners were allowed to participate by singing by heart if they wished. I wanted to avoid using papers with text because the paper takes too much attention, crunches, and interferes with sensitive interactions and possible eye contact. In addition, many care home residents have problems with their vision. I decided to keep the duration of the intervention short enough, about 30 to 40 minutes, to avoid possible fatigue with the remote connection. I chose the songs not only for familiarity, but also because they have recurring verses or recurring choruses that are easy to engage in. The nurse assisted those involved in the music interventions in setting up headphones, as well as adjusting volume levels to the appropriate level for each resident. The nurse also took care of disinfecting the headphones before and after the intervention. The situation was new for everyone, but when the headphones were brought to the ears of the residents and everybody heard the sound, it seemed that these residents forgot about the headphones right away. Eyes were alert, facial expressions conveyed reactions, and dialogue worked. An important, indeed low-threshold addition was that I attached to my own Zoom wallpaper a selection of images leading up to songs. Arable landscape, midsummer roses in the yard, a wall of an outbuilding painted in red, coniferous forest. Evoked by these images, we were able to hear memories and stories from residents in the intervals between songs, including memories of a farmer, a story about a previous home, or consequences of a failed operation. Some funny, even surprising comments and associations were said aloud, including a sauna on the beach, a red bucket, and an old well. What surprised me was how easily and well it all worked out in the end. I was terrified of the significantly worse scenario where the technology starts to play tricks. Residents find the online connection strange or find the headphones distracting. This did not happen, at least with these rather fit old residents. Some of the residents actively participated in singing and were eager to comment and discuss between songs. I observed how one resident kept dozing off, another was moved and eyes filled with tears. A third was energetically engaged, participating in each song at least in some respects. You could see a smile from behind the mask in the nurse's eyes at times. From the perspective of the musician, the remote music intervention felt different in some respects compared to a live setting. I was unable to use space varyingly, move around, and thus use the different acoustics of the space to my advantage. I neither approached nor distanced myself from the listeners or used different levels in the encounter, kneeling, sitting, standing. In this implementation, the image coming through Zoom was only shot from the front of one camera, so I stood while I was playing and singing in the same point all the time. Also, the microphone distance was adjusted according to my standing point. The body language of those involved in the intervention conveyed to the musician via the Zoom image was a little more ambiguous than in a live situation, but the conversations in the intervals between the songs came close and worked well. Instead, even small body movement of the musician take a big meaning in the Zoom image. Through Sonobus, the sound quality feels good. Your own playing and singing together with residents also sound natural and acoustically spacious. Hearing your own voice and acoustic sense of space can be adjusted in the Sonobus monitor control. So the headphones on my ears didn't make hearing my own voice echoless or vacuum-like or make the sound stale, which I presumed beforehand. The Sonobus program allows more people to speak simultaneously without the program cutting off the voice of the speakers, as is the case in Zoom. This contributes a lot to the interaction and not only the personal experience, but also the shared experience of a small group. Hurry up. Whoop. Honest feedback is received from residents who participated in a musical intervention, which is reflected in their appearance. The effects of the experience may appear in residents' behavior several hours after the music session, perhaps for the rest of the day after returning to their own ward. I still have a 1 minute or half-minute video. Is there time to look at that? Oho, toi lähtee. Tää tuosta alusta.
Tullalla, porten pullalla, on tämän pojan kullalla. Tulla tullalla, tulla tullalla, on tämän pojan kullalla.
Of course, the sound is not the sound what I heard from my headphones, because this is just from the rooms. But the idea is clear here. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Uli. Do we have a few questions from the audience? I don't see any question. Oh, there is one. There. Oh, Renate.
I just want to say congratulations, very impressive. And also in Austria, there is a lot of going on in this direction. Art meets culture, and yeah, congratulations, very impressive. I will introduce it to Austrian groups. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, there is Tanya down there.
Hi, yes. Just a quick one. Thank you, fascinating work. I was wondering whether before doing it via Zoom, you did it in person as well. We work in the UK quite a lot on arts in health, and we also had to change to online. And I don't know, for us, I think what we observed is that, believe it or not, working with Zoom, people that we worked with, normally children, and it was much more intimate than in person. For that feeling of I am in my own space with my own headphones, I can hear really well. It worked better than in person. So I don't know if you had an experience before and you would like to comment on anything related to that versus in person.
Well, I haven't done this with children. It's different, of course. These people were old and sick also. So it's a different, I have to have a different attitude there as a musician, like giving them a possibility to have a pleasure and joy if they want it. If not, so that's it. So, yeah.
Any other more? No. If not, thank you, Uli, again. A very, very fascinating and interesting story.
Thank you.